A very blissful good morning to everyone present here, my listeners. Today, I will discuss one chapter of Standard 9, My Childhood. My Childhood is actually an extract taken from his autobiography, Wings of Fire. You might be knowing Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has penned two very famous books. One is Ignited Minds and another is my autobiography, that is Wings of Fire. Here in the story, My Childhood, in this chapter, extract from Wings of Fire, he discusses about his childhood days, about his parents, about his friends, about so many happenings. He starts this chapter with his birth, that he took birth in an island town of Tamil Nadu. He belonged to a middle class family. His father's name was Janul Abdin, who did not belong to a very prosperous family, but who was a gentleman who respected each and everyone, each and every religion. And from him, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam inherited many qualities. How to be gentle, how to be calm. Dr. Kalam's mother, Ashiyamma, was a lady with so many qualities. Ashiyamma was a generous lady. Kalam remembers that he inherited maximum qualities from mother and father. Then he talks about his ancestral home. His ancestral home was a pakka house, was made of brick and limestone. He has discussed here. And then he talks about his cousins, relatives, that okay, overall the family was very nice and the family members were so good that they helped him a lot while he just grew. Now he discusses that during Second World War, you might be knowing the date 1939 to 1945, and just after it, India got independence. So 1939, Dr. Kalam did not know the reason, but he tells that at that time, sudden demand of tamarind seeds was seen in the market, and he was also fascinated towards it, and he started selling it for little bit profit. And his cousin was there, Samsuddin, who helped him there. He helped him there for just selling off tamarind seeds here. And then he got it. Here it is written tamarind. It will be seeds here, I think. Yes, it was seeds. Yes, and then he sold there, and he earned the profit. After that, he discusses that he sold. He just helped his one family member. Was the name was just I am discussing. The name was the brother-in-law Jalaluddin. That he was there to help him while he was earning money. Janul Abdin was his brother-in-law, and he helped him also to sell his newspapers. that he was there to sell newspapers, he was earning money, and he thought that he could do that, and he did there. And in this way, he made his little bit amount, and he gave to the parents also, family members, that he could support the family at that time. It means he was a very laborious child from the very early age. And after that, he discusses about his close friends, three close friends. One was Ramanatha Sastri, another was Aravindam, and then next was Shiv Prakashan. These three friends. Ramanatha Sastri was the son of Lakshmana Sastri, the head priest there of Rameswaram temple, and other friends also. They Aravindam just went there, and in his life he got success also, and he became a very established businessman. And Shiv Prakashan joined Southern Railways. So in this way, his close three friends were successful in their life. Then he discusses about Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony. He says there that during this ceremony, his family assisted the people of the area. And what they did, there was that with the boat, they would carry so many people, the family members, they supported. It means what he wants to say, he wants to say that he cooperated, he respected Hindu religion also very well, and he gave a lot of respect to the people of the society. He never made differences, and he was a liberal personality. That's why he has described all this thing. One incident he is reminded of a new teacher. A new teacher joined his school, and he noticed that Ramanatha Sastri, his friend, a Brahmin boy, was sitting with him at the very front desk. He could not digest it. He just made kalam to sit at the back. And then these children informed the family. Ramanatha Sastri's father, Lakshmana Sastri, got the news, and then he came to this narrow-minded teacher, that how dare you to make differences in the name of religion, and as a teacher you are a motivator, you are a guide, you can't do this. So you should learn basic etiquettes. Such words impressed this person, this new teacher, and then he also warned Lakshmana Sastri, father of Ramanatha Sastri, friend of Kalam, also threatened to the teacher, if you don't respect all the religions, and if you just give poisoning, you are poisoning to the young minds, how can you carve the future? How can you make the future of the children? That's why it is better to quit the school. But that teacher, that young teacher, he took this inspiration and he took this thought very well, and he changed himself. After that, there was no complaint, and he transformed himself. After that, one more incident has been discussed by Kalam, that there was a science teacher named Subramaniam Iyer. He invited once Kalam for a meal, and when he reached home of Shiv Subramaniam Iyer, his wife refused to serve meal to Kalam because he was a Muslim. And then Shiv Subramaniam Iyer, his science teacher, himself served him. But he did not get angry. He never shown any aggression to his wife. After that, next week, once again Dr. Kalam was invited for a meal And who invited? None other than this teacher, science teacher, Subramania Iyer. But he was just, he hesitated and he did not show any interest. But he promised that please come, please once again you are invited to my home. And he could not reject this proposal. He went once again there. After that, he found that his wife this time was serving herself to this person, because his teacher was an ideal teacher. His teacher gave everything that might be guiding a lot wife, and he guided wife a lot, and that's why she was convinced, and he was able to persuade his wife very well. So these two incidents, that one of his friend Ramananda Sastri and another is his science teacher, these religious differences that he noticed and he has described in Wings of Fire, My Childhood, this chapter of 9th standard. And there after that, one more incident that he has described, that after the Second World War, just India's freedom was imminent and India got independence with a lot of, and Mahatma Gandhi's also efforts that he has described in his book Wings of Fire. And he just concludes this, just extract what has been given in My Childhood, that with that Khalil Gibran quotation, that Lebanese American poet, a very famous nature poet also. His nature poetry is very eminent, very famous. He has just written, your children are not your children, they are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. It means that your sons and daughters are not your children. You have not to take them for granted. They have their own prospect, they have their own life, they have their own career, that they could improve themselves in their life, and they do such things. And then after that he says that they came through you but not from you. So he has clarified it very well, that children have their own future. They belong to different generation, parents belong to different generation, grandparents belong to different generation. That's why as a human being we have to understand their thoughts, and you may give them your love but not your thoughts. Yes, you can love your children very well, but you cannot thirst upon your thoughts. You cannot pressurize them a lot, otherwise they will feel depressed. And yes, for they have their own thoughts. Yes, definitely. There is the difference of thoughts from one generation to another generation, and we have to understand each and every generation. We have to respect each and everyone's feeling. That's it from my side, but I would like to request one thing, that my ideal Dr. Kalam is such a personality that you can't be untouched by the books he has written, by the efforts he has made in his life. So many things he has done in his life. He got Bharat Ratna also. He was invited by so many countries in his life, but he never visited too many countries. He visited few countries, but not too many, as he was the former president of our country also, India, and he made everything. And till today, he is an ideal person. And he visited St. Michael's School, Digha also. When he came to Patna here, so many students that he met. Wherever he went, he met with students. He was never interested in politics. In an interview he accepted it, and he became the president of India. But his life was so simple that when he died, very little amount was there, money was there. He donated maximum of his salaries, incentives, everything he donated for the sake of the poor children, for the sake of the NGO, non-government organizations. So he did everything for many children, for the poor children, for the needy people, needy people in his life. He made people's life very simple, and he gave this lesson to us, that our life must be an ideal life. Our life must be the life of simple living and high thinking. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Thank you.